Hello and welcome to DIsRoundup, a new show that's an offshoot of the DIsRoundup podcast. It's just a brief summary of news. The first headline is mobility scheme and does threat the chances for water, considering major cuts to mobility scheme and upcoming November budget costs. Proposals include removing the scheme's VAT exemption, which could add thousands of cost of vehicle and potentially removing premium car brands from the programme. Despite shows that school performed that these measures would heap extra costs on disabled people, many of whom were on the scheme for adapted vehicles to work, attend appointments and avoid isolation. The next story is mobility changes delayed. Proposals announced in March 2025 sets the major tightening of the PEEP assessment criteria. The plan was to require claimants to score at least 4 points on a single daily living activity, rather than the correct total of 8 points across multiple activities. However, in the last 24 hours, such credit misses. The Seven team has stated that no changes to PEEP eligibility criteria will be in the November budget if further comprehensive review, which will be produced by several people, is underway and not expected to be responding until autumn 2026. Access to Work plan. Companies including Access to Work Collective and the Charity Scope delivered a letter with over 17,000 signatures to 10 Downing Street. They're calling for an age reform. The reform of the Access to Work scheme citing huge delays and funding cuts that reportedly forced since people out of jobs. Cost of living support, a key with clarification from the government, is that the cost of living payments programme, which ran from 2022 to early 2024, is now ended. The official government website stated Department of Work and Pensions TWP stopped paying the further cost of living payments. Despite this, despite charities and companies continue to highlight the extra cost crisis when they refers to disproportionately higher bills for energy, food and essentials. Explicit rights exceeds for EV chargers. Governors Tony Great Thompson heard campaigns of one of the disabled drivers who is being knocked out of transition to electric vehicles. Report highlights of many public charging points inaccessible due to being placed on high curbs, heavy cables, or featuring screens that are too high for wheelchair use. The House of Lords recently passed an amendment to a bill that would give the government power to enforce accessibility standards. Housing grant called discriminatory. Government report has admitted that ongoing refusal to raise the upper limits on disability grant at DFGs is discriminating against some disabled people with high support needs. These grants are used for essential home adaptations like ramps, wider doorways, and accessible bathrooms. Unison calls for focus on new quality bills. At the Unison Disabled Members Conference, General Secretary Christina McGinney urged the Labour government to get back to what a Labour government should be doing. Quotations while criticising metric the scapegoats benefit claimants should raise two upcoming pieces of legislation. The Employment Rights Bill aims to end exploitative zero-hour contracts, introduce state-wide sick pay, and the Equality Race and Disability Bill would require employers to report on the disability pay gaps. The final story is liberty protection and safeguards to proceed. The government has confirmed it will finally move forward with plans to replace the broken Debt Liberty Safeguards DOL system. New system known as the Liberty Protection Safeguards LPS is designed to streamline the process for authorising debt liberty in health and social care settings. Consultation of the new system is planned for 2026. And that's all for Roundup, and thanks for listening.